It is morning, so forgive if I sound a little bit harsh. 2022 and I decided to start my own YouTube channel. I had posted my first ever video on September 2022. And I decided finally that 2023 is going to be the year, the year where everything is going to change. I'm going to be a YouTuber, professional YouTuber. And it was 31st of December, and I remember I did 500 push-ups with my friends downstairs to celebrate this new year. It was like the turning point in my life. In my mind, that was the turning point in my life. The turning point that you want, जैसे पूरा चीज सब बदल जाएगा in that one moment. I thought that 500 push-ups was that one moment. And so I was motivated and excited to crush 2023, and on 1st January, I relapsed. On 1st January, I relapsed. I felt like shit because everything I dreamt about 2023 being, it all came crashing down. It was demotivating. It was very, very hard. The first 3 months were the hardest part of 2023. I'll just say that bluntly. बहुत tough था because I was just so demotivated. I had no desire to work. Kept on relapsing, and it was so hard. Until I discovered a few techniques that you won't find in these normal self-improvement videos, because these are ones that these entrepreneurs like Sam Ovens, Iman, Hamza have used. These are literally tactics they have used, and they have said it on some podcast, but you haven't seen those things. And I use these tactics, and guess what? I made so much progress. I finally took control of my life. First time. So I know for sure that you are going to crush 2024 if you watch this video to the end. Because what you want, I know. You want to have that life. You want to actually achieve that goal. You have something to prove to yourself or to your parents or someone you have something to prove. You're going to prove something in 2024. You're going to actually take action. You're going to actually achieve what you have dreamt of. This is the start of the guide. Make sure to watch this through the end in order, because I want the watch time. And also it is made in order. So don't skip around and go to sections and stuff like that. Pura video start se end tak dekho. I'm sure it will help you a lot. Step 0. The foundations. Now, बहुत बड़ा mistake that people do on New Year's is that they just go into the New Year thinking they can achieve anything. Now, remember this. Having the mindset that you can achieve anything is pretty good, but you need to be a little bit realistic. I made the same mistake in 2022, going into 2023 ki bhai, I can work 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours every single day like it's nothing. I had that in my mind that I could do these things, and when I tried to do these things, I failed. And when I failed, I felt like shit, and it was a negative loop which you don't want to be in. So what you must do is to train your mind to actually do the things you think you can do, if you know what I mean. So let's just say you want to achieve some sort of, let's just say you have a goal of 2024 कि मेरे को भाई ये achieve करना ही है, right? You're going to have to train your mind to actually be able to do those things that will get you to that goal. Otherwise, you'll end up in that negative loop and you won't make any progress. That's what most of the people do. And so before you actually go through this, before you actually set the goals and the plannings that I've to teach you, you're going to have to train your mind. And that happens through the 7-day free discipline challenge that I've come up with. It's not a specific thing that you do. You have to make it for yourself, but it's a 7-day challenge that you have to do to train your mind so that you don't listen to that lizard brain, that little voice in your head that convinces you to do all of those bad things. That little voice that tells you skipping the gym is okay. That little voice that tells you, bhai, ye sab rehne de, hum ye karte hai. That little voice that is causing you to not make any progress, you destroy that in these 7 days. So the point of this challenge is to do an uncomfortable task every single day for 7 days straight. One thing, not even one thing, many things that cause some sort of uncomfortable sensation. ऐसा एक task जब तुम जैसे ही बोलते हो कि I will do this thing, your brain now convinces you to not do it. A task कि तुम बोलोगे भाई लेट्स डू दिस एंड योर ब्रेन विल इमीडिएटली थिंक कि भाई नहीं ये नहीं करना चाहिए बिकॉज ये all of that things that happen, it's your lizard brain. And so you must do the tasks that will actually cause you this sort of uncomfortable feeling so that you can actually destroy that lizard brain. Now I have made one for myself, so I'll just read it out to you guys so you have some sort of what do you say, reference point. All right, so today as I'm recording this, it's 26th. I have to meditate for 1 hour. Tomorrow I have to run a 5k. 28th read for 2 hours. 29th again 1 hour of meditation. 30th we have to eat about 3000 calories, and 31st end off with a leg day. This is the challenge that I've set for myself. You're going to have to set it for yourself because मैं नहीं बता सकता कि तुम्हें क्या uncomfortable लगेगा, right? I can't tell you that. तो तुम्हें खुद decide करना पड़ेगा. So that is the first thing. Pause this video right now. Get a piece of paper out. Dates लिख लो, जैसे मैंने यहाँ पे लिख के रखे हैं. Dates लिख लो. Write out one task. One task, ज़्यादा नहीं, एक ही task चाहिए. One task that will cause you immense discomfort. And just do that on that day. Step 1. Goal setting. Now, goal setting is the most important thing, and 99% of people will make the mistake here. They will just set a goal and be like, भाई मेरे को ये achieve करना है. Now, some people के लिए वो work होएगा, but तुम्हारे लिए mostly नहीं work हुआ है आज तक, right? So, I want you to imagine this. Imagine तुम रिक्शा में बैठे हो and तुम कुछ direction दिए नहीं. तुम बोले भाई को, भाई मेरे को लेके जा. तुम्हें लेके गया, फुल घुमा के लेके गया, उसको ज़्यादा भाड़ा चाहिए. So he roams around, and when he comes back to the destination, your home, you have to pay like 500 rupees to him. What happened? You had to pay a price for a lack of direction, didn't you? Because you didn't give a clear sense of direction, you had to pay a price. That is what you have done. That is what majority of people do. New Year's में gym join करेंगे, but they don't have a plan of action to actually do that thing. And so they pay the price for that thing. The same way happens to every single one of us who sets a goal but has no definite plan of action. कि you set a goal but तुम्हारा action plan इतना बकवास है कि you can't achieve that thing, and you pay a price for that. So goal setting is a major important thing. I've done the goal setting for 2024 for myself. It's actually on my wall right here. I can't show you right now, but it's like literally planned out. So I'll teach you exactly how to do all of that. So first step is to actually find out goals that you want to achieve. So right now, do this with me, okay? Let's do it together. Never mind, मेरे पास pen नहीं है. Okay, take out your piece of paper and write down every single goal that you would like to achieve by end of 2024. Every single goal. It doesn't matter if it's related or you want to do it. Just write down everything. So मेरे लिए it will be like, I want to get to 100,000 subs. I could get to 70 kg. I could learn the handstand. I could learn the planche. I would love to travel the world. These type of goals. Write down the goals in a piece of paper. And once you have a list, find out the top 3 most important goals that mean the most to you. The goals that after you achieve these things, you will feel the most amount of fulfillment. These are the goals you want to work on. Ye goals actually are meaningful things that will cause you a lot of happiness in your life. So 3 goals, बस 3 से ज़्यादा नहीं, 3 most important goals that you think is the most valuable to you. Write down that. That is your goal for 2024. 3 goals we're going to achieve. Okay? So for me, my 3 goals are get to 100k subs, which I think is going to be possible, hit 10k per month, and hit 70 kgs of body weight. These are the most important 3 goals of my life, and I think these ones I will achieve them actually, but these are the ones that cause me a most amount of fulfillment. So you need to have a clear sense of direction of where you're actually going, because year का अगर कुछ direction नहीं है, you're going to struggle a lot, man. 2023 एक average year था. We don't want that for 2024. All right. So now, if you're still struggling to find out which goal you want to achieve, pick a goal that your mind is currently obsessed with. one goal related to what your mind is now obsessed with. You just can't stop thinking about this. You can't stop speaking about these things. Do that. Now, if you don't know, each year is divided into 4 quarters. In business, 4 quarters में divided होता है, and each quarter is like 3 months long, right? So the first thing that you're going to do right now for the goal setting, once you have these 3 goals, divide each of those 3 goals into 4 parts that you can achieve each quarter. तो मतलब, let's say you want to achieve like some sort of income level. Okay, so divide that goal into 4 parts, and each part is 3 months long. So each quarter के लिए you have to divide. So मैंने वो exactly मेरे wall पे चिपका के रखा है पूरी तरह से. So the 4 quarters essentially the first 3 months, then 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right? So divide your goal into 4 quarters. That's the first step. So now you have some sort of smaller goal related to your bigger goal. Now ये ऐसा checkpoint जैसा है, जैसे गेम में होता है ना, a checkpoint. So now you have a checkpoint for your goal कि भाई ये हुआ, okay, I'm on track. ठीक है, this is your first 3 months का goal. Now what you need to do, divide that quarter goal into 3 parts. अभी what you have done is you've got the main goal, quarterly goal हो गया. You have to divide that quarterly goal into monthly goals. So now you should have 12 different goals for each and every single month of the year. So now you have a clear sense of direction कि भाई ये महीने में मेरे को ये अचीव करना ही है. You understand what I'm saying? You need to have that level of direction in your mind. And don't worry, we're going to go more into detail. So right now, I'll request you, pause the video, divide your 3 goals into 4 quarters, each and every single quarter into 3 months, and then come back to the video. Now, I hope you've done that work. Now what you need to do is to divide that goal, each monthly single goal, into daily habits. Daily habits. So what do I mean by that? Let's say Pareto principle. You've heard this. 80-20 principle, otherwise known. So you need to find out what is the 20% of efforts that you can do to get 80% of the results. जैसे कि let's say मेरा goal है 100k subs reach करना. What is the 20% of effort that I can do to get 80% of the results is I can make better videos. Now I've got a daily priority task that I can do. Make better videos. You understand what I'm saying? So you need to divide your goal that you have into these priority tasks. Classify them into these priority tasks. Alright? That's the first step now. Now once you have that, you want to divide that priority task into daily habits that you can do. So मतलब कि if it is to record videos for me, I'm going to divide that priority task into daily habits. So that will be like scripting better videos every single day, writing every single day, learning about videos every single day. Alright? That's what you need to do. So as a recap, what you've done, you've got the goal, you've divided the goal into 4 quarters. Right? 4 quarter में divide किया है. Each quarter has now been divided into 3 months का goal. Now each month का goal has been divided into priority tasks. Now priority tasks के बाद you divide it into daily habits. Now your day has a clear sense of direction. Right? Every single action you're doing in the day is now leading up to the big goal. Now that's what we want. That's the level of focus we want. Right? So every single habit that you're doing every single day from now on is going to lead you to the big goal at the end of 2024. Right? This is how you actually plan your year. So I hope you're doing it right now with me. So just pause the video, get this thing, like divide that goal into daily habits and everything, and then continue, because the next part is going to be very, very important. Step 2, productivity. Now, this is the most common problem you're going to face. You're going to face lack of productivity. You're going to feel like you're not making enough progress, and you will hit hard times in the year, for sure. So, I remember being in school. So, I was 10th grade mein tha. So, I was sitting in school and I used to just get just get lost in my brain. मैं कुछ तो भी सोच रहा था, फोकस करने को नहीं हो रहा था. एंड आफ्टर स्कूल आई कम बैक, आई हैव गॉट zero energy to be productive. Zero energy. And there is a reason why you're not able to be productive. I'll teach you exact things you must do to be more productive. But you need to understand that productivity is something you need to get obsessed with right now. Because once you're productive, you're going to get like 99% of your problems away and 99% of your goals are going to be achieved because you're getting productive. Now, I want to explain a concept called as death by 1,000 cuts. I heard this on some video by Sam Ovens. He's a great entrepreneur. So he said, people don't buy, people don't die by a few cuts. People die by 1,000 cuts. What do you mean by that? Is that we tend to believe that all of the bad things that happen in our life is because of a certain event, but it's not actually the certain event, but smaller events that led up to it. So if I give you an example, the reason you're unproductive, you're not able to be productive, is not because there is some problem with you or you're just doing something wrong. It's because you're taking 1,000 decisions wrong. We as humans take millions of decisions every single day. Every single day we're taking millions of decisions. And now imagine your brain has a certain capacity. उसका एक certain capacity, एक certain brain points है उसके पास that you can use. Now once you have these millions of decisions you want to take, धीरे धीरे वो brain points निकलते जाता है. ये निकल गया, ये निकल गया, निकल गया. And then when you have to do some work that requires a lot of brain power, तुम्हारे पास है ही नहीं वो. And so you lack productivity. So you resort to these pleasures of Instagram, of YouTube, of watching these shows. You have a limited number of brain points, right? And to be more productive, you need to save as much amount of brain points as you can for the most important tasks for your life. So most important will be the daily habits or the priority tasks. So we want to allocate as much amount of brain points as we can for those tasks, right? So that is what happens is we tend to make decisions that take away a lot of our brain points. So what we must do is to automate our life. जैसे कि अभी मैं सुबह उठ के डिसाइड करूँ, मैन व्हाट डू आई वर्क, ब्रेन पॉइंट्स गया, 20 ब्रेन पॉइंट्स गॉन, 100 में से 20 चला गया. नाउ आई एम डिसाइडिंग ओके वेल व्हाट टाइम डू आई स्टार्ट, गया. ओ वेल भाई खाना में क्या खाओ, गया. And then when it's actually time to sit down, okay, let's do the work, I can't. That's what happens with most amount of people. So what we need to do is automate our life. Reduce the amount of decisions that we need to take and allocate as much amount of brain points for the work that we must do. Okay? Now, this is exactly how I made progress in 2023. Like at the start of the video, मैंने बोला था, I found out something. It was मैंने वीडियो के स्टार्ट में बोला था कि 2023 के स्टार्ट में आई हैड फाउंड समथिंग दैट मेड मी अ लॉट ऑफ प्रोग्रेस. दिस वाज इट. ऑटोमेशंस, ऑटोमेटिंग योर लाइफ. दिस वाज व्हाट मेड मी प्रोडक्टिव. बिकॉज मैंने खुद का ही डेली लाइफ इतना ऑटोमेट कर दिया था कि भाई ये टाइम पे यही करना है, ये टाइम पे यही करना है, दैट आई डिडंट हैव टू स्पेंड टाइम थिंकिंग. एंड बिकॉज आई डिडंट हैव टू स्पेंड टाइम थिंकिंग, आई वॉज एबल टू बी मोर प्रोडक्टिव, राइट? So what you need to do is to create a good morning routine. Now, majority of the problems क्या आता है कि people make morning routines to feel good about themselves. कि भाई हाँ चल morning routine में मैंने ये face pack लगाया, ये किया, वो किया. They just they want to feel good कि they are actually doing something with their life, but in reality they are not actually doing a lot. ठीक है, the point of the morning routine is to help you go into your work mode faster. That's it. There's no other reason to have a morning routine. Is to make sure that whatever work you have set for the day, you can get into it as fast as possible and as efficiently as possible, automating your life. Alright? So here's a blueprint of a morning routine that I follow that you can follow too. So I wake up, drink water, cold shower, I do anti-visualizations, which I'll tell you what it is later, and then I just get into work. And I don't eat for the first 2 hours that I work. That's it. Now, anti-visualizations matlab kya is, because instead of actually visualizing the good things about the goal I'm pursuing, I visualize the bad things about it. So it just, I don't know मेरे को क्या होता है, I just feel more motivated to achieve that goal by looking at the bad things. पता नहीं मेरे को होता है ऐसा. So this is exactly, you can copy this if you want. Wake up, drink water, cold shower, work. Anti-visualizations work. That's it. खत्म. It takes max 1 hour. I tend to reduce it, like आधा घंटा भी लग सकता है if you do it fast enough. Get into work very very fast. Now, एक extremely underrated productivity tool that I follow and a lot of people don't follow, I don't know why, is fasting. I don't know why fasting को ऐसा negative light दिया कि भाई खाना चाहिए सुबह उठ के. Bro, have you tried to work after eating a huge breakfast? भाई नहीं होता है. Indian diet is filled with carbs and you get a carb crush every single morning. How are you supposed to be productive? You can't be productive. हर सुबह carb crush आ रहा है. It's hard. So that's what I did, right? I don't eat for the first 2 hours. Abhi I'm recording. It's been 1 hour. I haven't eaten anything for the past 1 hour. कुछ नहीं खाया मैंने. Right? Because I'm working. So fasting is something that you should try, intermittent fasting. So whatever work you're set, वो ड्यूरेशन के लिए कुछ मत खा. You'll be so much more productive. If you want something, black coffee ले लो. पानी के साथ hot water coffee. Perfect. because if you're fasting, you can ensure that you move the needle of your life fast enough every single day. Now, और एक चीज़ that you must learn is the 4 work philosophies. Like deep work जो मेरे पीछे है अभी, वहाँ पे कहीं तो है. There are 4 working philosophies inside that book that I think you will benefit from if you can choose the right one for you. Right? So broadly वो book में divide किया है कि deep work essentially, that is focused work that you do, is divided into 4 philosophies that each and every single person can choose to follow. Okay? Now, by the end of this video, you'll have some sort of deep work philosophy and मैं धीरे धीरे हर एक philosophy explain करूँगा. So whatever resonates with you the most, it'll just click to you honestly. भाई I don't have to explain कि तुम्हें ये personality type से ये choose करना चाहिए. तेरे को click हो जाएगा. So there are the few deep work philosophies. First one is the monastic philosophy, in which you remove any unimportant tasks and just focus on deep work. Like this is for these people who are obsessed. Like they just have to be in that deep work schedule. So you reduce all of the shallow work. Shallow work मतलब जो unimportant चीज़ें हैं, the decisions you don't need to take. You just outsource all of that and you just focus on deep work and you just do it every single day. 98% of your time is just dedicated to deep work. That is why it's called monastic or monk-like philosophy. You dedicate your whole time to work. Second one is the bimodal philosophy, in which you basically plan out a day in a week or a month wherein you just work throughout that day. मतलब कि बुक के हिसाब से the time duration for the deep work block should be 1 day. मतलब अगर तुम इतने busy हो कि you're not able to work deeply, in a week you set out 1 day and वो 1 day पे you just work throughout the day. That is the bimodal philosophy. Third one is the rhythmic philosophy. That means every single day at a certain point of time you do a certain piece of work. मतलब कि for me, I personally use this one कि हर every time 7 a.m. I'm at my desk to work. That's it. Every single day. Doesn't matter. It's a rhythm जैसा है वो. So you need to choose a philosophy like that. And the fourth one is the journalist philosophy, in which you do deep work whenever you can. What do I mean by that is, let's say तुम्हारा एक commitment है, like you just can't. You just don't have time. Let's say you have a job and you want to do some sort of deep work for pursuing a business that you want to start. Let's just say that's an example. You just don't have time. So journalist philosophy ka work method is that every single time you have some sort of free time away from your commitment, you just do deep work in that. मतलब अगर तुम जॉब से कम्यूट कर रहे हो, you just do deep work in that. This is the journalist philosophy. I hope कुछ तो तुम्हें क्लिक हुआ रहेगा. नहीं हुआ है, just watch it again. Make sure you're able to actually understand these philosophies. Now, as a recap, by now you should have a goal or 3 goals: quarterly goals, monthly goals, priority tasks, and daily habits. And you should also have a work philosophy and a morning routine. If you have all of these things, you are armed to destroy 2024. You are armed to destroy 2024. You're going to destroy 2024 if you have these things. So I hope you have these things. I hope you have taken action throughout this video. Also, this is the end of the guide. Finally, my throat is hurting. This is the end of the guide. I hope you found some value from this video, and I hope by the time you watch this video next year, you have actually achieved your goals. If you want some sort of community, you can join the Telegram group in the description. And you can join the newsletter to have more insights on certain things like business and self-improvement. If you like this video, scroll down and subscribe. Help me reach 100k. Don't sacrifice your future self for the pleasure today. Peace.